I'm going to do this. It's going to actually be a quick one, but I just hope you don't miss this trade, because I would really want you to get it from the top as early as you can get it and swing it all the way down, because that's going to be a game changer for you these early days of 2025. So I'm not saying the trade is going to play out within a day or two. It's obviously going to take some time, maybe 2-3 days, 4, or maybe a week, but riding this will actually help you make some money. And if you watched last year, I think ending of last year, I made some videos specifically for gold, and I told you the trades to look out for. You can just go back a few videos back on my channel and find the videos that are specifically made or created about gold, and you can see for yourself. You can trace the dates of the videos or the dates of the upload back to your chart, and you can even trace the chart back from just watching the video without even looking at the dates. You can just trace the chart back. You can see where we were, and the forecast started from way before, but the ones dedicated to gold started from, I think, when we had this move. So it started from me saying that this move is due to have either a correction here to continue, which was my thought process, that this was the start of the downside, so which is the bear market. So I said we're going to have a correction here to continue, or this becomes a part of a bigger correction where we'll have it finished, and then we'll still have gold going back to higher prices. Now, what do we actually have here? And from there, I forecasted this or these things. I forecasted this, told you to go back up for this. If at all, it is going to form a bigger flat to continue this uptrend, or it's going to form another flat here, or a correction. If it breaks this low, come down some more and hopefully does this and continue going back down. But which did we have? One of the options, right? But when this one happened here, breaking this low, all my thought process was that this will come, break this top, and we're coming down. So when this was coming, I was literally shouting, wait for a correction here to sell, but it didn't happen. And remember, we already had the option that we could be forming a bigger correction here. Let me clean up and go to the one now. We already had that option that we could be forming a bigger correction there, here, and still going back up for the uptrend. That was an option still, right? So when this started to go up, I was like, we had this, it didn't go, we had this, very corrective, and I was like, okay, it seems to have an impulse, a correction here. This is another impulse, this is another correction. Okay, it seems maybe we're going to have a complex correction here where we have this, go back up for this, come back down for this. We finally then have this and get this back, which will still maybe be a flat for upside. But then we had this correction here. This one actually, we had it and we went up, and I'm like, okay, fine, if we go for this, we break this top, we're going to come for this after breaking this top. Did we break it or not? We did, and you can see that, right? You can just go back, check my videos and everything I've said on each of the videos about gold. So we had those, right? You can confirm for yourself now. We had those play out. Now, when it broke this top, when gold broke this particular top here, but did not break this here, pulled back, I was like, I really need this thing to go break this other top, which is this one, because this one is higher than this. I really need it to go break this, not necessarily to come break this, but just break this. Then I'll be satisfied that this is complete and we are coming down for this any moment from after breaking the top. So after breaking the top, we had this correction, it went up again. I was like, okay, fine, maybe we are going to start the downside. It made an impulse, and I was looking forward to something like this for a continuation. But after critically looking at this on a lower time frame, I ended up with a conclusion that we might just really go break this top. Actually, this one right here, we might just really go break it. The truth is, we are really very, very close to that top. Are we going to actually break that top or not? Remember, it is not a necessity that we are going to break that top. It is not necessary. But can we break? Can gold price, let me stop saying we, because when I say we, it looks like we have to break the top or something like that. So let me just, can gold actually go break that top? Can price go break that top, that all-time high? Well, it may not, but from what I'm seeing, it most likely, because it's really very close. But again, I wouldn't be surprised if we start getting a drop here. I wouldn't be surprised if it breaks the top. I wouldn't be surprised if it turns from here, because everything is perfect the way it is right now for it to start dropping. So either way, I wouldn't be surprised. And for now, I am not really interested in buying gold. The last trade was this. For this, I'm not really interested in buying gold, because any moment from here, it can turn. Again, the only time I'm going to be interested in buying gold is if it makes something bigger correction. Then I would know at least we'll go for something like this more, maybe break that top and turn. So this becomes a trade on the lower time frame. So if you go to time frame like the 15 minutes right now, you would see that very clearly. You can see, right, it's already forming this correction. It's already, so if it forms something like this, this trade is kind of worth it, where you be on the safer side and put your stop losses here. Once it starts to go in your favor, you move the stop loss here, because it could do this pullback in a very corrective manner, do this and still go. You never can tell. But other than that, I would advise you just allow gold do whatever it has to do. Go break the top, turn, gives you an impulse, makes a flag, and then you start looking for the sell setups. Okay, but for now, it's your call. Again, I don't do any trade call for anybody. All I do here is analyze the market for you, show you the possibilities of what will happen in the market, and leave the decision to you to make for yourself. That's literally what I do here. So I give you this information, I equip you with this information, and then you go do your thing. You go be yourself. Okay? So now that I have established that, here is what I want to point out. You see this trade right here? See this trade? It's going to be as sharp as this. Maybe not really as sharp as this, not really all that sharp, but maybe one makes a correction come, makes another correction come. Okay, maybe we'll spend a week here or so, thereabout. Because if you check this correction though, sorry, I'll come back to this. If you check this correction, I think we've stayed like 2 months or so here. Yeah, you can see, right? 70 days, that's more than 2 months. And who knows how long again we can stay here, if we're going to stay here for more 20 days and and complete it 3 months. So we stayed here for 2 months. So this move can just take 1 week. It's going to be very sharp. Now this is, I don't know where to measure it from, but let me start from this top. For gold, this is 258 points. Just call it 260 points, right? That's 260 pips here. And you don't want to miss that trade. You really don't want to miss that trade. Trust me, this is not a trade you want to miss. Always, from now henceforth, always be so keen and interested in the sell than the buy. There is a reason. Because before gold continues to fly to the moon like you expect or like you say, it has to do this. And this can be your trade. So when will it start selling? I don't know. I don't know when it will start. It might start today, might start in the next 1 week. Like I said, we might even be here in the next 20 days. I don't know when it will start, but eventually we are going to get that move. And don't miss that trade. That's just all I came to tell you in this particular video. Now, I saw good trade opportunities on the yen pairs, which I've been waiting since. They ended up happening during the Asian section. But it is what it is. So you can go to the yen pairs, you can see how they actually panned out, and those were good trades. Actually, really good trades. For USD JPY, I'm really looking at this, hopefully going back up here, giving us this and coming down. So if I see an impulse and a correction here, will I buy? Maybe no. Maybe I'll let it go. And because the sell is a bigger one, you have an impulse, a correction, you have an impulse, you have a correction, you're getting the next impulse. So maybe I'll just allow this to play out, and the sell is what I'm looking for, because this sell can actually be huge. I don't know how long or how far it will go, but maybe very, very rewarding. Let me put it like that. Maybe very, very rewarding, where we may actually be going for this. So you can see, right? This may be very, very rewarding. So also don't miss that. Then if it forms a correction here, this becomes your sell. Then we can take this as a 1, 2, 3. Oh, and this is the move coming down. Anyways, that's it for gold, because this video was actually meant for gold. All right, that's it for gold, and I will see you hopefully in another video today, which are for the other instruments. Bye for now and trade carefully.